Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited because the other day I got my MakeupGeek Vegas Lights palette in the mail. So I figured before I actually go in and do a tutorial using it, because the colors are so pretty, I've been playing around with it and trying to figure out what exactly I want to show you. Alright, but today I just figured I would do an overall review of all of my MakeupGeek products because pretty much everything that I've gotten from them is relatively new. It's been within the last couple months that I really found out about MakeupGeek, and I just kind of went bananas when I did, and I've already filled up an entire palette with eyeshadows, one with blushes, and then two little eyeshadows because I obviously need to get another one of these. And then of course I ordered the palette. So I'm so excited when she keeps teasing her metallic shadows. I'm going to be all about that. Literally, the life of a makeup lover is ridiculous. Alright, so I'm just going to get right into it and do some swatches and show you, and then just give you my overall impression of the products themselves, which I think are amazing. Alrighty, so going into it, I'm just going to go over all the colors that I have in here. The first one is Barcelona Beach, and this one is just a pretty neutral color. Sorry. Just gonna try and do little circles of everything so that way I can fit more on there. So there's Barcelona Beach. It's just like a pretty neutral light tan color. And the next one, which is very similar, is Hipster, which is right here. I feel like it's always hard to tell online with colors what they're actually going to look like, because depending on your resolution or your pixelation, I feel like all the colors look different online. So I ended up getting colors that were super similar, but I can't complain because they're just so creamy. MakeupGeek eyeshadows are so creamy and so pigmented, it's ridiculous. Okay, so that is Hipster right there. So you can see they're similar. Barcelona Beach and Hipster, very similar. Just this one, the Barcelona Beach, has a little bit more brown, if you will, I suppose. And then the next one, which is a little bit more of has some more bronze to it, is Pretentious. This is really pretty. I know that they're looking very similar at this point, but this one totally isn't. It's much more metallic than the other two. It's got a really, really pretty sheen to it. So that is Hipster. As you can see, it's got more of that metallic versus the other two, which do not. And then this one's a little bit more matte, and it is Latte. This is awesome for blending your crease. Such an awesome color. I'm obsessed. Mind you, all of these technically you could, except for that Pretentious, which I just showed you, only because that one is that metallic. I mean, if you're going for more of a bold look, definitely you can put that in there. But here's Latte. It's got a little bit more of that. It has a hint of a deeper brown red, but it's still on that very neutral color scheme. The other ones are as well. This one is so awesome. It reminds me of one of the colors from the new Mia palette, which is really pretty as well. But this is Cocoa Bear, which I feel like everybody, it took me a while to be able to actually order this one because it was constantly sold out. But it is such a pretty, I want to say a terracotta color. It's very similar, but it's a little bit more of that brown. It kind of reminds me of, when I'm looking at it, it reminds me of chocolate, hot chocolate. So there is Cocoa Bear right there. So you can see it's more pigmented versus that Barcelona Beach. But this one is awesome, awesome, awesome in your crease, hands down. I'd say it's probably one of my favorite shadows out of all of these, no lie. And then next I have Brown Sugar. This one has more of that metallic, but it's a darker version, kind of like that Pretentious. But this one has more of a dark brown bronze. All of these that I'm showing you thus far are pretty much in that brown family. So there is the Brown Sugar right there. So it's similar to Pretentious, but has more brown in it. And then this one is a true rich brown, and it is Mocha. As you can see, that one This one is definitely kind of like a dark chocolate, but it's nice matte. Their matte colors are so awesome from MakeupGeek. They're so blendable and so soft and creamy. Alright, so there is Mocha right there. It's a little bit darker than it's coming out for some reason though, but as you can see on my finger. So pretty. These are awesome. And for being $5.99 for each one versus, well, I know they constantly get compared to MAC. It really is. You save so much money in the Z palette. What, $20 for a big one, and you fit 27 in there? It's a steal. Alright, the next one is Shimma Shimma. Marlene constantly uses these in her videos, and I think it's so pretty. It's like a pretty for your like inner waterline. It's a really nice color for that. But look at it on my finger though. That is just like one little swipe, and it's so pigmented. It's just like, hello, I am awesome. Just like, that's just one swipe right there. Just that really pretty like metallic. But then when you like look at it, it's got like a peachy tinge to it. So pretty though. And then next I have Peaches and Cream. Just a pretty creamy color. This one you can use in your crease as well, just depending on the look that you are going for. This one I use as like a highlight color sometimes underneath the brow. This one will be hard to see, and it's right here. It's right next to that Cocoa Bear, but it's just like a light, pretty neutral color. And then I have Peach Smoothie. I just used this one the other day. It's so pretty. It blends so nicely. Well, I mean, all these do, but I like this one because it's that really pretty peachy color. It is similar to Peaches and Cream, but it's more pigmented on the peach side. These two I know are going to be hard to see, but they're right there. And then I have Creme Brulee. This is like a pretty, I'd say it's like, I can't even completely describe this one, but it is right there in that same family of the Peaches and Cream and Peach Smoothie. It's just a little bit more brown. So that one is right there. So you can actually see that one versus the other two, which are harder to see. This one is awesome, glamorous. It's so pretty. It's a little bit, it definitely has that metallic to it. But this one is like, I love the way the metallic ones feel. Like I sit there, I don't want to waste product obviously, but I feel like I could just sit there and like rub my finger in it. But that is the glamorous right there. It's so nice. I've noticed, like, even just feeling it right now, the texture between like the matte and the metallic ones. The metallic ones are very creamy, which is it's good for your blending, so that way, you know, you'll be able to work with it really well. Next one I have is Cosmopolitan. This is kind of more like a peachy metallic. Really pretty. I know I'm saying that about all these, but I'm not lying. This one is so pretty. I'm kind of want to use something, do a tutorial using this one. It's just like a really pretty, I feel like this is something you'd wear if you're going on like an exotic vacation to like Greece and going to Santorini, and you just want to wear, just sit there and you're like, I have Cosmopolitan on. That sounds so goobery, but it totally is true. And then the next one is Mango Tango. I am a sucker for like corally eyeshadows because I feel like with anybody with hazel or green, potentially brown eyes, it brings out the green in your eyes, and it's really pretty. But this one is a matte, so there's no metallic or shimmer to this color at all. But there is that Mango Tango. Really pretty, because even though these are very pigmented, you can build them up to where you don't have to have such a huge burst of color in your look if you don't want to. This one I actually kind of went a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I'm so glad that I did because it's really pretty. This one is Simply Marlena, and it's a really pretty, like, kind of like a muted magenta, I guess. But this one, it's so nice because at first I thought it was going to be too pigmented, and I was like, well, what am I actually going to wear that with? It's like bright pink. And then I got it, and you can see right there, it's not super bright at all, which is really, really nice. So you can actually blend this one out and use it with any other, like, I'd say like browns, like any of those soft browns, maybe like like latte, put latte on the crease, and you can just use that Simply Marlena as like a pop of color in that center of the lid and kind of just blend that out, or like a little bit on the eyeline area. So pretty. So these colors are very shocking and nice. And for fall time, I love any version of a plum or like a mauve color. And this next one, which is Cupcake, is right up my alley because it's a really pretty like muted mauve color, and it is matte as well. But this one, I was so excited when I saw it on the site. I was like, that is definitely a color I could see myself using. And it's light enough, so it's right there. So it's light enough to where you can use that in your crease as well. And then the next one is Unexpected. So that one is this. It's kind of like a dusted rose, but a little bit more on that light purple side. Matte as well. I'm probably gonna have to like wipe off my hand in a minute. I'm running out of space. But that is what I love about this. Like, you can get so many of these eyeshadows. You can order like pretty much in bulk. Okay, there is that Unexpected color. So pretty, like of a purple right there. Great for fall. But yeah, like I was saying, you can buy like in bulk. And you get so much, and your bill is so little, which is beautiful. Anybody who likes makeup knows exactly what I'm talking about. This next one is freaking gorgeous. Sensuous. Definitely in top 3. If I had to choose 3, this is gonna be in one of them. Sensuous. So it's like a really pretty purple, but it has a hint of glimmer, like golden flecks in it. It is so beautiful. I would definitely recommend that if you want to do like a fall look. Sensuous all day. And then the next in that color scheme is Drama Queen. This one is definitely a darker purple, but it has that slight metallic finish, which might not come off completely here, but it's kind of like it has like a pink metallic finish in the light. I know it's going to be hard to see here, but it's a dark purple. I feel like it'd be great for that outer V area, and just blend that in and work up like a purple smoky look. Okay, so I've officially run out of space on this hand, so I'm just going to wipe this off real quick before I go into the last few shadows. They're so creamy. So if you're kind of on the fence, I would definitely pop in and maybe get the small palette where you can get like a couple shadows and it's not that expensive at all. This took the longest for me to get because it was always out of stock. This is Bitten, and it is just like a really pretty mauve-y purple red, if you will, I suppose. And I just love the fact that even though these look so intense and you kind of are afraid to use them, they're so buildable. So it's not like coloring face. Awesome. And they're correct, because I've been hearing from everybody that I've been watching on YouTube that this is like the blackest black on the market, and I guess I'll swatch it. I don't know why I wouldn't, other than the fact that I'm like, but I don't know if I'll be able to use that finger for swatching after that until I wash it with soap. But look, that is just me barely touching it, and that is how dark it is. And it is beautiful. So beautiful right there. I mean, you can just blend it. Just the more you swirl, the easier it is to like get that color to just fade out. It is such a pretty black. No lie, actually I haven't used that one yet, which is why I'm so shocked right now. Alrighty, and then the last little row here is Homecoming. This one is definitely a metallic. Jeez Louise, every time I touch these metallic ones, it is freaking amazing because they're so stinking creamy. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. Mind you, I haven't used all these colors yet, which is why I'm so excited about some of these. Okay, this is Homecoming right here. So it's just like a pretty tan with metallic in it, and it just I need to write a list of all these ones that I'm like putting in my hand right now that I'm like blown away with. Okay, and the next is Taupe Notch. I like when companies get creative with their names. I think it adds some pizzazz. And this one is just got a nice little neutral. It's got a slight shimmer to it, but it's definitely not metallic. This, like, again, will be great for the crease, and that is Taupe Notch. And Of course, you had to get a gold. Who doesn't want a gold in their eyeshadow collection? So I got Gold Digger, and this one obviously is going to be metallic. And I feel like if you were to mix several of these more metallic finishes, they would have the most amazing long wear eyeshadow look all day long. This one is so cute. I just love the name and I love everything about it. Once I finally got it, the first couple orders I didn't get it because I was like, I don't know. So this is Chickadee. It's so cute. It looks so much more pigmented on the website, which is why I was kind of leery the first couple times, but I love putting this in my crease, like with other colors, like any of that. I think I even did something with Simply Marlena and I used this Chickadee in the crease. Ridiculous. So good. It's ridiculous. And then this is so pretty. Envy. Do you see this? Do you see how pretty this green is? It's like, obviously it's called Envy because you're like, whomever has that, I'm envying their look because it is awesome. I'm going to put this on in all its amazingness. Just look. Just barely even touching it. Hello. Hello, I'm green and I'm amazing. And that is it right there. Like I said, with all these, you can just build up and customize that color to as in your face or not in your face as you want. And then I have White Lies. This is a classic white, which is phenomenal. I love this for right underneath my brow bone to highlight it. It has no shimmer in it whatsoever, so which is good for that. I don't really like putting shimmer underneath my brow bone. So that is White Lies right there. So it's just like a true matte white. And then I have two more eyeshadow colors outside of this palette only because I didn't have more room, and I just purchased these ones recently, and they are Dirty Martini and Stealth. Dirty Martini is just a matte green color. I'm running out of space on this one as well. So that is Dirty Martini right there. And lastly, Stealth, which is, I actually have a look in mind with Stealth, which is why I got it, but I'm waiting for Pop Culture to come back in stock because I want to use Stealth and Pop Culture together. But it's just like a pretty matte gray color. So those are all of my single shadow purchases. Alrighty, so I hope you liked this little review and hope my swatches were a little bit helpful for anybody. And I will see you all in my next video, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. Bye.